HCBE can be put in all disciplines. You just gotta figure out how. Always start with the why. Before the curriculum, anything like that, you gotta be aware of who you are, the ʻāina that you come from, what are the needs, and then from there, how can you work your curriculum into that? And let that guide you into creating HCBE lesson plans or projects. So this papahana project is on circles. I wanted to move beyond the calculations and the formulas of math in the classroom and kind of ground geometry in our ʻāina and community needs. I decided to ask my haumāna, think of something you would like tourists to know about, whether it's our culture, what they should be aware of when they're here visiting, that you could put on a pelaha or a poster to where when they walk off the plane or walk out of baggage claim, they're able to see it. Within that pelaha, they have to utilize a certain amount of circles, identify all the parts of the circles, and make an equation for those circles, incorporating the concepts that we're learning in math and their guided message that they use towards the tourists. The other part of this project, they had to explain how to write an equation of a circle as if they were talking to a 5th or 6th grader. Long term, right? Hoping that verbally they're able to communicate effectively. The most critical component was the relevance of the message that they wanted to get across. There was one that used her canvas to share information about rapid ohia death. One poster that someone created, there were 2 hands and then the honua in the hand and then water droplets, talking about water is our life source and we need to conserve it. Because we are on Maui, a lot of them were all about that. Conserve water because it's our life source. When haumāna feel that their work has a purpose outside of the classroom, it makes them more motivated to do their best in that project.
So this ha'awina that I'm sharing about is our mahina project. It is the culminating project for our circles unit in geometry. The desired outcomes, of course, were for them to show their understanding of circles, but in a meaningful way and connected to the real world and themselves. Some of the things that we were doing had to do with like planets and orbits. So I was like, why wouldn't I just do one with the mahina, So I shifted, researched more, and found ways to connect it to the math geometry concepts of circles. Basically, it starts off where I have them kilo ka mahina. And they should start seeing, oh, it's getting bigger, it's getting smaller, and things like that. Then we go into the circles. We learn some of the lessons, but while we're learning, I'm also showing them resources that I collected about Helu po, the different moon phases. And we talk about the comparison from the traditional moon phases in the Western world versus the 30 moon phases in our Hawaiian moon calendar. Why did they know all these things and what did they use it for? And so they get into kind of those kind of things, like how does the moon influence us? They come up with significant events, past, present, or future. And I give them links and stuff, and they can look up the moon phases for that significant event. So a lot of them will do their birthday, graduation, or even it doesn't even have to be good things because significant events might not be good. So once they get their dates, they look up the moon phase. They have to figure out the moon phase in Hawaiian, the Helu po. As we continue to finish up the unit, they're starting to put together their project. And it's just like a little poster. They choose 3 significant events, 3 different moon phases, and they put it on their poster. They have to name the date, the significant event, why is that date significant, and the Hawaiian and the traditional moon phase. And then they add their mana'o on circles. So in one of the mahina, they have to label the parts of the circles, the radius, the diameter, tangents, arc lengths, and measures, and things like that. And then in the other 2, they can create problems related to the mahina. They have to basically show their understanding of the content and solve the problems. And that has to be in a hidden space because it's kind of like a review before our final unit test. And they solve each other's problems So this is another ʻeola, innovation, right? Creativity and innovation. Like, you can create a problem, but it's super easy peasy, and that doesn't show a high level of understanding. So I'm always encouraging them because I understand that not all kids can perform great on just paper pencil tests or online tests. So I'm giving them another way for those that are more creative, that those that can show their understanding in different ways, to show me, what do you know about circles? At the end of the year, I put together this whole portfolio of geometry. They kind of do a little recording about what are some of the things in this portfolio now that they look at it that they're really proud of. And time over time, the Mahina project comes up. And I think it's because it just has such a personal aspect to it. So they have fun doing it. It was a good balance between connecting to the real world, connecting to their personal life and their interest, as well as showing their math.
I think it makes them see that not only is math used as calculations and formulas, it's a way that they can use math or any other discipline to advocate or convey a message that they might not have seen before. I started this last year and I was brand new to ʻeola. I wanted to bring in how they feel as a Kanaka, have them think about what is kupono to put up if they had to put it up in the airport. Advocate for their ʻāina or community. It's not just about the variables and the calculations. It's the critical thinking behind it. Being able to utilize your lolo, right, and keep it working. And be able to problem solve, because you gotta problem solve throughout your life no matter what. Math is super important in being able to exercise your brain in problem solving.
Math can seem so separate from their lives and from the real world, and that's always something we get as math teachers is, why do I have to know this? How does this connect to me? So for ʻeola, I did want to see them connect to their kupuna. I wanted them to ask Ninau to their ohana and see if their ohana had some practices related to the mahina and the helupo, and have them dig in and think past, present, and future of their own personal connections and experiences and tie it to this project. The connections we make to ʻeola is not always just Hawaiian content. It's academic competence, being creative, having a growth mindset. It's part of the pilina, it's part of the culture of my class, it's part of taking risks and trying. That's all ʻeola. Being okay to fail in front of your colleagues, your classmates, or your whole papa, because it's okay, because it's a safe space. That's all ʻeola to me.